Que pasa, everybody? My hair is curly and I'm feeling squirrely because today's Tap Rant is brought to you by
Red Snow!
What is Red Snow? It is a short story that I'm f***ing juiced to share with everybody, just putting the finishing touches on it. And it is mightily influenced by today's Tap Rant topic, which is Ghost of Tsushima! Booyah, baby. Ghost of Tsushima, instantly one of my favorite games of all time for the PS4. And I took Scar's advice, and I am prepared. I got these notes. I'm going to tell you all about it because it just tickled me unlike I've ever been tickled before. And I went to Catholic school, so let's begin, shall we? Apparently, I have a review here, Ghost of Tsushima, obviously. Oh, I have other topics. Dune, we're going to talk about Dune at some other point, but here we go. Ghost of Tsushima, the intro. The premise is, it is medieval Japan, feudal Japan, and it's very historically accurate to a certain extent, and it's when the Mongols think they bad, Kublai Khan and his boys are trying to take over Japan, which they, in reality, I guess they succeeded to a certain amount, but they are taking over the island of Tsushima. And you are Jin Sakai, this badass samurai warrior, and you are fighting to the death to repel this Mongol scum. But in the beginning of the game, you fail miserably, and you kinda are thought to be dead. Like, there's a fatal blow to you, and you somehow miraculously survive, come back to life by the help of like one of your allies. She comes, helps you out, tends to your wounds, and then you're ready to start whooping that ass.
Hadouken!
And God, you just instantly start doing so. Yeah, almost die in battle, survive immediately, start killing Mongols. Oh my God, it wasn't even written. It's great. You gotta kill the Khan and rescue your uncle, who is, of course, obviously captured by the Khan, held for not for ransom, but just holding him as some leverage over Jin Sakai. And goddamn, it is just has all the elements of a classic video game. You're fighting, and the more you kill, the more secret hidden spots you find, the more you bolster your character. If you find a hidden hot spring, you go in and then your health is permanently increased. If you see a fox, which is a major character in Japanese lore, you follow them to certain shrines, and then you honor the shrine and you get a little boost, a little upgrade. If you find like bamboo slits in a row, you practice your swordplay and then you become deadlier. And the more experience you get, the more items you collect. Of course, you make the upgrades, yada yada yada, all the classic characteristics of a solid video game. It is a remarkably beautiful game. I kind of compare it to Red Dead Redemption 1 or 2. It's a Japanese Red Dead. It is awesome. The way the horses look, and like you're riding all over the place, riding all over the island. You're just exploring the island. You come across Mongol strongholds or villages you need to liberate. But the way the horse moves, it reminds me of medieval Japan art, where it's just flowing. The horse is somewhat wide, like in the way it's like stretched out over the screen almost, but the camera angle's low. Whenever you're going across the tall grass, your hand goes out and starts caressing it, and it's just beautiful. The wind is a huge character in this game. It is indicative of your father's spirit, who you fail to save. It's a little character development of Jin, where he's somewhat of a coward when he's a teenager, and he kind of has a chip on his shoulder and on his shoulder, and tries to make up for it throughout the entire game. It's this guilt that he carries with him. And the wind is your navigation. Yeah, you can look at a map, but you just scroll up on your pad on the controller, and the wind will guide you. And there's a lot of it's leaves, it's flowers, it's so much of the foliage that is native to Japan that guides you.
I'm your huckleberry.
And you see, like, just in different parts of the island, you see this tall white grass that you hide behind. There's cherry blossoms. There's just such beautiful scenery, and they just did right by this game. And anybody that poo-poos on video games fails to see the artwork that is within there, and you can see the hard work that went into it, the meticulous details and the time, and just shooting the bow and arrows, shooting the Mongols in the head is so great. I'm not even going to get into the combat just yet, which is just outrageously violent. So goddamn violent. There's hardly any decapitations, but it's just obscenely violent. But somewhat tasteful because medieval Japan, it's obscenely violent. So I guess they're on par with that. But yeah, the game is beyond beautiful, and it does not take long for your hands to adjust and get a feel for the game. For it's so smooth, and there's different fighting stances to combat different types of enemies, and it's just so much fun. The stuff you can do. It's also a mix of, I want to say, Assassin's Creed, which is sweet because you're making stealth attacks from ceilings. You're flying down. You don't have like the hand blade, but your short sword is more of your stealth kill device, whereas your katana is just basic combat. It does Japanese art and just the culture in general, I think, justice. And I've been doing a lot more YouTube research and learning about Miyamoto Musashi's apparently the greatest swordsman to ever come out of Japan, won over 60 duels, and he has a book called the Book of Five Rings, which is just how to like live your life. And oh my god, it's just so cool seeing Jin. The character development, it's not so much that he's not a warrior out the gate, it's more so he's a samurai, obviously, but obviously the way of the samurai is not getting the job done against the Mongols. Against the Mongols. And people are dying, and it's kind of like a means to an end. Like, he needs to fight in a way that counteracts it goes against his samurai code, which is sneaking up behind people, not looking them in the face when you kill them, but sneaking, killing them, using poison, using kunai, these throwing knives. And he's conflicted out the gate with this. Like, the first time you kill a Mongol from behind, stealth kill, there's a cool flashback of Jin growing up with his uncle and learning the samurai code, how to fight with honor, how to do it right. It's just so cool to see his progress go, and it almost makes him drunk with that kind of power to kill the Mongols, and it almost takes over. You could see it take over. It's kind of alarming. He's scaring the people he's supposed to defend the way you're slaughtering Mongols. It's almost like your character's supposed to be overpowered in a way, because the small folk are starting to be like, what the f-? Like this guy who they call the Ghost, he gets that moniker later on, which is indicative of how you died and then came back. It's almost like Jin isn't there anymore, but you're the Ghost. You're no longer Jin Sakai. You are the Ghost of Tsushima.
Wow.
And you just kill the shit out of Mongols whenever you see them. And the combat speaks for, watch some YouTube videos. I can't speak to it highly enough. It's so much fun. The way you upgrade, the weapons you can use, the different combinations you have, it's so much fun. Mongols are unconventional, so you need to fight unconventionally. Stealth assassinations, nickname the Ghost. Oh man, like I didn't even need these notes. It's all off the top of my head. And goddamn, 10 out of 10 this game. I'm not sure what else to say. The story goes along so well. It's a game that you're upset when it ends because it's so much fun. Excuse me. The story mode, at the very least, it's at least 10 hours of gameplay, and you just get lost in it. You look forward to playing it. You think about it when you're not playing it, and it's just, like I said, so much fun. And beyond just the game, there's also Legends mode, and that's multiplayer. And you're not going against other samurai or other players. It's co-op. And you go and you have different stories, which are kind of like strikes if you're used to Destiny. It's the story mode, or there's probably about 10 different like story missions you can do. And this is a little more, I'm gonna say wacky but tacky, where it's like you're going against ghosts, spirits, and it's a little more loose, a little more fictional, I'd say. And it's the way it goes is this one kind of divine entity, this guy by the voice of Uncle Iroh, and he tells the stories of the ghosts, and then you can level up, you could do survival modes with other players. It's just, I'm still playing it. This is one of the funnest games I've ever had the pleasure of playing. I can't suck it off enough, and I hope you guys get a chance to suck it off. I only got it for $30 on sale at Best Buy. Don't go to Amazon, go to the lesser conglomerates. 10 out of 10 would play again. 5 out of 5 dentists love it. I love it. I hope you guys love it, and it has inspired me to, again, write Red Snow, the short story. I think it's dope. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, just like this game. Bye-bye. Go play it.
You lose! Good day, sir!